Hello, this is Derek, and welcome to my IT 304 presentation on ethics of emerging technology. This is a humanoid, a robot that has human-like features, designed to move and think as closely as one. This specific one is called Erica, a robot created in Japan. Amazing, right? It looks just like a human, although the skin tone is rather abnormally pale and flawless. But this shouldn't be your first time seeing a humanoid. Try and remember, throughout all your life, you've seen such things in fictional media, like movies or even TV shows. Remember now? Avengers, Age of Ultron, or Transformers. Yeah. Well, over the years, developments in robotics has skyrocketed so much that it's important to be familiar with them. But there are many people who despise the idea of robots taking over our jobs in the US. However, that is not the case in Japan. My presentation focuses on Japan and how their robot culture differs from ours. What's the difference between US and Japan in terms of robots? Well, America mainly uses robots to automate away human jobs. What does this do to workers whose jobs are automated away, such as cashiers or retail positions? Well, of course, it makes their lives much more harder. In 2019, around 50% of Americans believe that automation have and will hurt American workers, while only 20% say it generally helps. Japan, on the other hand, has developed a deep relationship with robots ever since the 1950s, when Osamu Tezuka, a manga artist, created Astro Boy, an android that was created to help mankind. Many people who grew up reading and watching Astro Boy pursued careers in science and technology, hoping to create a robot similar or just like Astro Boy. Although Japan may have a positive view on humanoid robots, it is argued by many other countries whether their many usages is ethical. In Japan, there is a term called karoshi, which generally means death from overwork. Japan is a country where work culture is strict, and the overload and pressure of having to work long hours every day is common within almost every major company. As a consequence, many people don't have time to be in relationships or get married. Well, since Japan is already devoted to advancing their AI technology, it is a great idea to solve this problem by creating humanoid robots capable of conversing. For example, like Siri, what we have for Apple products. Well, in fact, Japan has already developed such a robot. Remember the robot in the beginning of the presentation, Erica? That's the robot, a full human-like robot. But although it's not available to the general public yet, it is believable to think that intimate human-robot relationships will become normalized as early as 2050. In robot research, the term lobotics is used. No, I'm not talking about lobotics. I'm talking about lovotics. Well, lovotics pertains to the intimate relationships between human and robots. And this research term has evolved into an academic research discipline in its own right over the years. The goal of lovotics is to integrate concepts from biology, psychology, and neuroscience together with robotics to achieve closer relationships between humans and robots. These concepts are used to develop an emotionally engaging, intimate robot, and by 2050, Japan will be one of the loneliest countries in the world. So having such humanoid companions to talk to or have sexual relations with may be important to combat the potential problems of mental health that exists in Japan and other countries. Unlike America, where people clamor for the ban of robots, Japan has a shortage of workers. Remember when I said their work culture is harsh and that it prevents people from being in relationships? Well, it also prevents the production of babies, and no babies equals no workers. So, at the very least, for countries like Japan, it shouldn't be considered immoral for human jobs to be taken over by robots. For now, such measures should only be to a certain extent, because in the long run, if Japan's government does not do something about the work culture, the birth rate, and working population will continue to decrease, potentially resulting in a workforce consisting of mostly robots. Recently, the Japanese government has taken the initiative and is gradually allowing foreign workers to come to Japan, something that was inconceivable until now, because Japan is known for favoring an only Japanese workforce. If their work culture gradually changes in Japan into a more lenient one, robots would not have to fill in the void of the work population, leading to a balance that allows humans and robots to live in harmony. It is said that in about 50 years, Japanese population will be about half the current population. So, without good governance, Japan's labor productivity will fall and the reliance of automation will become a problem. benefits from robots working in service or industrial settings are not automatic. Internal reforms are required to capture the full benefits of this technology. This means that as Japan strives to develop the best AI technology, the full benefits are not attainable if there is poor regulation within the country.